Hi, I'm Tori.
And I'm Leah.
And I'm Aram.
And welcome back to the Boys Lie podcast.
A podcast where we talk about the craziest relationship stories you've ever heard, pop culture, and the piping hot tea of our lives.
So buckle up, enjoy the ride, and remember that
Boys lie.
Boys lie. Boys lie.
Boys lie.
Boys lie. Them boys, they be lying.
Boys lie.
I can't speak again today. Something's wrong with my brain. Anyways, hey.
Hey, welcome back.
No shoes on the couch this week. Don't worry.
Yeah, don't come for us.
Ta-da!
Except I feel like I'm like, are the bottoms of my feet gross now?
They're a little.
Why do the bottoms of your sock have like a little bit of frat feet?
Probably walked in some dirty places with these bad boys on.
It's okay. Nobody's judging.
Except the guy who keeps commenting on our video saying no shoes on the couch. He is judging.
Now he's going to comment about how dirty your socks are.
I can't win. I'm so sorry.
Might as well just take your socks off. No, because then it's going to be like, put your dogs away.
Wouldn't it be funny if like one of us took our shoes off and we were like, God, it stinks.
That would be the worst, having stinky feet. Like, but that's easy to fix. It's just your shoes usually.
I don't think anyone's feet smell like amazing.
No, but like sometimes people's shoes like reek. Like there's always that one kid in school who you could like smell his shoes before he even took them off.
I mean, my feet smell pretty good. I don't know about you guys. Anywho, story time.
Yeah, let's go for it.
If you guys have a story you want to submit to the Boys Lie podcast, please submit at our website. And if you win, you get a free sweatsuit. I can't do it.
Okay. If you guys have a story you'd like to submit on the Boys Lie podcast, please submit via boyslieofficial.com under the podcast section of our website. Leah is completely terminated from doing this job.
Don't give it to me either.
I can get through the first half. It's just the second half. I panic.
Okay. Sorry.
Take it away, Tori.
Hi, new listener here with my story, hoping to get your awesome merch, to be honest. A month ago, I called off my 30-year-old female wedding to my fiance.
No,
She's a 30-year-old female.
Oh.
He is a 35-year-old male. Yeah, just for context.
Guys, my brain this morning, extra slow. Well, she says that they've been together for 8 years. He's charming, handsome, and said he was excited to get married and start a family together. A month before the wedding, I got a Facebook message from a woman asking, "Are you dating blank? If so, I have something to tell you." She sent me all the receipts. Turns out during his bachelor party, my fiance met her. They flirted, went back to her place and had sex, and they proceeded to text for days after. Apparently, he told her it was his birthday party. The text included all the plans for dates and sex that they would have and selfies of himself that he sent to her. He called things off with her suddenly and she felt suspicious. She searched for his number, found his real name, and found me tagged in pictures with him online. She reached out via a Finsta account, which I thought was spam. I showed him the Finsta request and he encouraged me to delete it, saying it must be a scam, which I did. Thank God she put in the effort to contact me through Facebook, even risking using her real name. Women supporting women. A few months before this, I tested positive for chlamydia during an annual exam. I was shocked, and he said he might have hooked up with someone while drunk, but he showed me a negative test. I felt crazy even Googling, "Can you get chlamydia from a metro bike?" I felt insane. Clearly, he still didn't think enough about me to have sex while he was cheating on me. I called off the wedding and moved out. Takeaways: get your pap smears, encourage everyone to get their HPV vaccines, especially the boys, support other women. You can always call off the wedding. It's never too late, and thanks for reading.
That is so true.
I'd rather like call off a wedding pre it happening than waiting until like you guys are married and being overly comfortable
100%.
and then knowing that this will just be a perpetual behavior of your significant other. So you did the right thing.
So many people, like you said, they get married, like regardless, because they're like, whatever, like it's already happening.
We
and,
spent
like,
the money.
So like they do it, and like it's just such a mistake. If you feel like any doubt or any sense, like get the fuck out before you can.
I have a few friends who have called off their marriages and they're actually in much better places. One of them just got married recently. I'm like really happy that she did that.
Yeah. Okay, next story. Here we go. Last year, on my birthday weekend, no less, my boyfriend took me out for coffee after a quick work trip to Compton, LA. As he paid with Apple Pay, I quickly glanced down and noticed that his most recent charge wasn't from Compton at all, but from Geoffrey's in Malibu, a fancy cliffside spot that I certainly wasn't invited to. Right then and there, I knew things were about to get messy. Naturally, he tried to convince me it was fraud, claiming he'd spent all day on his phone with his credit card company sorting it out. A real heroic effort. She says I wasn't buying it, so I grabbed my coffee and jelly donut and headed home with him. After an hour of intense interrogation, he finally confessed he'd taken his ex-girlfriend to lunch there, the ex that I'd let back into his life against my better judgment. And then, in a fit of fury, I launched the jelly donut across the room so fast, it left his white rug, couch, and wall looking like a crime scene, and I almost wish it was.
Good for you.
He swore it meant nothing and that he was so in love with me, and of course it would never happen again. So what followed were a few weeks of uncovering more lies, the next one worse than the last. One of my favorites? The moment I found flirty texts to a male coworker named Andrew. Naturally, I started questioning his sexuality, and then she put in parentheses, still do, only to discover that Andrew was actually her again. After yet another apology, he assured me that he'd call her to clear the air. He even replayed the I'm cutting ties phone conversation for me. But thanks to his GPS, I discovered that conversation happened in person at her house. So I packed up, called the movers, and left without a trace. Well, besides the mountain of stuff that I accidentally left behind, RIP to my favorite ice roller. He swore up and down he had no feelings for her, even swore in his poor mom's life. But surprise, the moment I left, she moved in, and now they're living happily ever after, or at least until the next Joffrey's receipt shows up. Oh, and if we needed the reminder, boys lie.
I think that honestly, men, and I say this all the time, they're so afraid of confrontation that for him, I feel like no matter what, even though he was telling her everything that she wanted to hear, he was like, I'll do anything to keep on doing this behavioral pattern until she's the one who's like, I'm calling it off.
Yeah.
Oh my God, I can't even imagine finding a text on his phone under Andrew just to find out that it was her again.
Would you rather have it be her or a man?
A man?
Same.
I'd be like, okay, this guy's just a freak. And like, he's just cheating on me with like everyone. It's not just this one. Because then it's like, if it's just her, it's like way more emotional. Like he's choosing her over and over again.
I think it's also just, unfortunately, like the consistency too of the forgiveness. He also probably got so comfortable with her just overly forgiving him and his stupid excuses and lies that he was like, oh, I'm just going to keep doing this because it's so easy for me.
Yeah.
And like for her, it was just like she kept finding out stuff. But I think he just kind of gave up even hiding it too.
Yeah. Well, it's also what makes things even more difficult is the fact they live together. Like that's when it's also like fucked.
Yeah.
You deserve so much better. Dodge a bullet.
Sorry, girl. Hopefully you can take someone to Geoffrey's and enjoy it.
Yeah.
Okay. Should I start?
Yeah, get in there.
Hey, girls. So this is the story of how I exposed my ex-boyfriend on TikTok and I got 11.2 million views. I stupidly started dating this boy who was 2 years younger than me. I was a junior in college and he was a freshman. He craved female attention and was a serious narcissist and manipulator. Anyway, things were getting serious. COVID happened, so everybody had to go home. We were obviously still together, and then I noticed that he started following a lot of girls, and a lot of girls started following him back. I kept an eye on this for a little bit, and then eventually I got a little paranoid. So I DM'd one of the girls he followed and asked her to perform a loyalty test on my boyfriend. She was truly a girl's girl, and she agreed to do it. I got screenshots of the whole conversation saying he'd break up with me for her, and that he wanted to meet up. Mind you, he lived in California and she lived in Ohio, so I don't know how that was going to even work. I think he got a little bit suspicious after the girl eventually blocked him, so he told me that he loved me and that he couldn't wait to see me. What an insane manipulation tactic. After I got all the receipts the next day, I blocked him on everything except for TikTok, and I posted a TikTok starting with a voiceover of me saying, "Hi everyone, this is me and this is my ex-boyfriend, blank." Yes, blank, you heard that right, ex-boyfriend. I posted all the receipts, exposed the fuck out of him. I'll admit it, I guess I was toxic for posting that TikTok, but toxic was absolutely his middle name. You just ruined my life, I responded. I think you did that to yourself. Period.
I don't think there's anything wrong with that. I think, the internet's a scary place. Cancel culture is so real. We're all very familiar with that at this point in time. And I think that if you treat someone like shit, and that behavior gets exposed, then, you kind of, there's consequences to your actions.
You had it coming. Fuck around and get fucked.
Yeah.
Like, basically.
No, I totally agree. I feel like I would have done the same thing.
I'm a supporter of this behavior.
Me too. I love that kind of shit.
Yeah, me too. I live for it. And honestly, like, I know it's not like the most appropriate thing, but I do live for the drama. Like, I really do.
I hope you got paid for that because that's a lot of views. 11 million.
The creator fund. I hope it was nice to you, Diva.
And if not, at least you get a free sweatsuit, right? So
exactly. You got something.
Should we recap some Halloween-y moments?
Yeah.
Yes.
Should I recap mine first because it's probably going to be quicker?
Yeah, let's go.
Okay, I'll tell you all about it. So it took an hour and a half to get to Silver Lake. I was going to literally murder somebody.
Did you Uber?
Yeah, we Ubered. And I was like, I needed a drink so bad and we should have brought roadies. But when you're in the car for so long and you just want to get going and you're just stuck.
Did you drink before?
I had a glass of wine, but I didn't.
But then you were sober at that point because you're in the car for an hour.
Yeah. When I get there, I walk in and I'm expecting to not really know that many people. And this girl who's sitting on the couch, she's like, "Hi, Leah." And I was like, "Hi." In my head, I'm like, "Who are you?" I didn't know her. And she's like, I met Tori on the plane like a couple of months ago, and I gave her like my gratitude journal. Like I have this like company.
Oh, I
Oh my
remember
God.
that.
And I was like, oh, because I remember that specifically because she thought that you were me.
Yeah. Yeah.
Did she come up to you and say like, "Hi, Leah"?
Yeah. Well, yeah, but I think so. But she also gave I was like, oh, I'm Tori, which honestly everyone gets confused, so I'm not really worried about that. But she just had like an extra journal handy, I guess, and like wrote
And
a
she
little
gave
like
you
note.
two.
Yeah, and she gave it to me. It was very sweet.
That's really sweet.
But it was so crazy because I'm like, what are the odds? Like, and then she was best friends with the person, like my friend Nick's little sister who was hosting the pregame. But like I was just like, this is such a small world. And she went to Harridan, which is where my ex-boyfriend went in high school.
Very sweet. Very sweet
very
girl.
sweet. And then the concert was really fun. We actually had a nice little correction. So on our YouTube channel, someone commented saying it was like electronic. What did she say? Oh my God. Live electronic.
Sounds.
Yeah.
I
And
think.
so we described LCDC in the wrong way. And I honestly apologize because I was not expecting it to be as fun as it was. It was such a cool concert. Honestly, I would see them again and again.
Just a sidebar, that means that Leah had so much fun. She did not meet Aram and I out on the streets.
No, and we'll get there.
Can I also sidebar? I knew it from the beginning. I knew it. Like
Yes.
Misha in that story, I was like, she's not gonna make it. I already knew it.
So Kevin started turning into Patricia.
Oh.
What is that?
Kevin, I love him. I love you dearly. I love you so much. But he doesn't really drink that often or like do anything. You know what I mean? So like sometimes if he drinks too much, he turns into Patricia, which is just like not Kevin.
What is Patricia like, though?
And it's not like an evil Kevin. He's just like, I could be like, Kevin, let's go this way. And he would go that way and forget and then not find me for the rest of the night.
Yeah.
So nobody's judging Kevin, by the way, at all.
He sounds fun.
And when I went to say bye to my friends, they were like, oh, yeah,
Was
of
the
course,
concert
like you're
over?
leaving. No, it was like probably they had like, I don't know, like 30 minutes left. I
Yeah.
stayed for the majority. I got home at like 12.
We leave concerts early, by the way.
We leave concerts early. Even Taylor Swift.
Yes.
And then when we were leaving, we were in the car and he's like, let's go to Tens of the Trees. Like, please, like, let's go to Tens of the Trees. Like, no, let's just go home. Like, no, like, I just really want to go home. And he fell asleep in the Uber.
Exactly.
I felt so bad because you were calling me and I didn't want to like let you down.
No,
because
it's
I
so
knew that you
fun.
really wanted me to come.
I
And then
know.
when the second I got home, you were calling me again and I answered. I'm like, I'm not coming. And you're like, Leah, oh, I really want you to be here. And I was like, I feel so bad because he kept calling me and he's like, oh, it's okay. And you're like, it's okay, Leah. Don't worry. It's okay, Leah. And I was like, I feel so bad.
No. I think that even if you left at the time that you did, I would have been home.
You would have been gone by then.
Yeah.
I don't even know when you left. We'll get there.
So I'll let you guys start or go on your night. But I remember he was like, I don't know where Tori is. She's been chain smoking all night. I can't find her.
Well, okay.
that is what
Time out. So, first of all, I am really happy that you had a really good time, especially
Yeah, me
because you were
too.
with your Boulder friends. And
Yeah.
I feel like it's a very rare occasion you get to go out and do that with them. So I'm really proud of you.
Thank you.
Our night.
Our night.
We had a great night, you guys.
Great night.
It was really fun. I had a great time. I went out. I committed to the pregame situation.
Did you take shots?
I did. I felt a little old. It's okay.
It's okay though.
Yeah, it's okay.
You're not old.
I was also on antibiotics that night and I had just started them, so I was a little bit like anxious about drinking. Granted,
Yeah.
I've done way worse things in my life, so I don't know why I was so anxious about it, but it was fine. I feel like I drank the right amount, I want to say. And when we like pulled up there, that's when I felt like I was like really getting drunk at first, and I was like, "Oh, this is fun."
Because I was gonna say you don't chain smoke unless you're like drinking.
Unless if I'm blacked out, you guys, I really don't chain smoke a thing.
Drunk sex are the best though, so it's fine.
Yeah, we got wasted. We bumped into a few people that we knew. I actually didn't know like anyone else out there. We saw Brett Newstrom, said hello.
We also saw someone that we speak of.
We bumped into She Who Shall Not Be Named, who hits me up like,
Oh my God.
Yeah.
and she was with her girlfriend. Her girlfriend pretended to not know who I was for a minute.
Wait, was it?
Yeah, she was like so wasted and she had to get like escorted out because she was like demanding like things from the bartender and the bouncer. It was crazy.
We've met her a million times.
And she's talked to me about you guys, so it's really strange.
When people give me like the icky moments of things, that's like my favorite time to come in and be like extra sweet. You know what I mean? Like I
Yeah.
like to put a little sweet twist on that.
Totally.
So I went up and I was like, hi, whatever. Hugged me, seemed normal. And then, of course, She Who Shall Not Be Named came up and was like, hi. And it couldn't have been
Ugh.
more annoying and awkward. And I kind of gave her this look like, oh, great. So great. Things are like going well for you. And like I see Aram, so I like go to turn.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I'm like trying to enjoy my cigarette outside.
I saw you guys
Yeah.
talking and I was like, Delaney, like we need to go, like save her.
And that was closer to the time that I left because that was like a little bit later towards the end of the night. But she said that she also made it a point to be like, I'm seeing so-and-so at this wedding tomorrow and we're going together. Are you invited? And I I was like kind of laughing because she
Did you
wasn't
know the
invited to my
person?
wedding. Yes.
Okay.
Well, I knew of them, but
Yeah.
like we're not homies. And I was like, oh, that's great. Like, have a great time. And come to find out, the person she was bragging about going with her didn't even go to the wedding and like never even told her. So I was kind of laughing.
But bizarre.
The behavior of those two girly pops are just beyond me.
It's so beyond.
I got a lot of photos on my cam.
So many. The camera ate.
I'm proud of you. Usually when I get wasted, I can never remember to take pictures.
I felt like it was like I was Yofre Ray in college.
I'm smacked.
No, she was like nightlife photographer. You got good moments of me though. Like the action shots, the wig was
insane.
It was so good.
It was so good.
But yeah, that was like my highlights. I also saw people that we used to work with that we don't anymore, and that was like kind of curious.
What time did you leave?
Like 12:30, but I didn't get home till like 1:20 in the morning.
Did you Irish exit?
Yeah.
'Cause I was like, where'd she go?
Because I knew that Aaron was gonna like also call, and he did, and then I felt like I was like, oh no.
Well, of course.
Well, yeah, he was worried about you. He's probably like, where did she go?
I mean, if you tried to leave, I would have like begged you to stay because I'm like wasted and like being crazy. It's honestly such a blur. Like it really truly is. I was overserved.
I was very thankful that I went out with you guys, and honestly I was also just like at a peace of mind too, because I know no matter what where I was, I would have left at the same time.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And I was just like, I had an equal amount of fun whether I would have known every single person there or not known anyone at all.
Yeah.
That's good.
Your makeup looked really good.
It did. I really liked it.
Yeah.
I did learn like an act of kindness when I was there that I really wanted to share. I don't know if it's going to hit as hard as it actually hit in the moment, but like it made me think about things a little bit differently. I was in line for the bathroom by myself and I was standing behind this girl, and that night so many people like asked me what my costume was. Like no one understood what it was, which I understand because like it didn't look like a jellyfish. You had to explain it. But this nice girl turns around and she goes, oh my God, I love your costume. Are you and I like rolled my eyes and I didn't realize like I did that. But she goes, a jellyfish? And I was like, you're the only person all night that knew that. She's like, yeah, and you rolled your eyes like right before I even answered. I was like, I'm so sorry. I didn't even realize I rolled my eyes. So I was like, I need to really work on my face and like the way that I show my emotions because I didn't even realize I rolled my eyes at this person.
I think maybe like just turn the complainica around and be positive sometimes.
Yes, I need to be more positive. And then we're in line for the bathroom and I start talking to her. I'm obsessed with her. Like it's like one of those bathroom moments where you're like, this is my best friend.
We're picking up what you're putting down.
Yeah. But there's this girl that was behind me and she was really annoyed. Like everyone was just like not going into the stalls and I guess she really had to pee and like she was like being a huge bitch. I'm not gonna lie. And it's finally like our turn for the bathroom. So the girl that I became best friends with is in front of me and I'm behind her. Then it's the huge bitch behind me. And
the huge bitch behind me.
The girl behind me was like, are you guys gonna go? And then the girl who I was talking to that became my friend was like, how about, you know what? You seem like you really have to go to the bathroom. You should go in front of us.
Oh, that's so nice.
Yeah.
And she was really nice.
And she was, instead of like being a huge bitch back to this girl, she was like, if you really have to go, like honestly, go ahead of me. Like it seems like you have to go so you can go to the bathroom. And the girl, like it almost seemed like she was
off,
stunned.
probably.
No, she was stunned because she thought that like she was being a huge bitch, and she was when she killed her with kindness. It was like.
Yeah.
She's like, okay, like, thanks, and like went to the
So
bathroom.
we should start using those moments as bigger opportunities. And I will say, like, my immediate response to that would be like, Aram, let's go to the bathroom and spend as long as we want in there.
I would have been like, fuck off.
Yeah.
Same. That's what I was about to do. I was about to be like, calm down. We all have to go to the bathroom. But the girl who I like, she was so nice. She's like,
and she
should
knew
go.
you were a jellyfish. Oh,
Yeah.
What a good girl.
So it was like a good learning moment.
Did you get her IG?
No.
I love
And
when I do
then
that.
because then we both went into the bathroom and I lost her.
Oh yeah.
Maybe one day if she sees this,
Yeah.
she'll know where to find you.
She was really cool and really pretty.
Oh, we love moments like that.
What were you going to say?
Well, I was just when Leah said she went to the bathroom. I remember when we went pee in the alley. Did you pee?
No, because I had a UTI and that's what my
right.
antibiotics were. And honestly, that's why I was worried about like overly drinking, you guys.
Yeah.
But I did get some content out of it and it was really funny.
Yeah. I saw the picture of you guys peeing in the alley.
Yeah. I love peeing in the alley.
Does the tequila though numb the pain a little bit?
I'm like so prone to them that at this point, like even just the smallest amount of medicine, like an Advil can change.
Do you feel better now?
Oh, I feel way better. I think it's
That's
like
good.
it's done and over with, thank
Perfect.
God. But I feel like if you are prone to them, even when you take like probiotics, it happens. And as soon as you get that medicine in, within like an hour period, you're like, thank God.
Yeah.
And you can catch them early. Like I'm able to now catch them. Like I could pee and be like, oh God. Like I know before it's even like there.
Can you imagine if guys got UTIs? That would be
They can.
They can?
They can, but it takes a little bit longer and the symptoms are like way more severe. Like they get like fevers and like all these things.
And it smells. I'm assuming.
It smells?
I'm assuming, right?
Not really, unless if you have a yeast infection.
Speaking of yeast infections, you guys, like I saw this clip from Trevi Moran's podcast and I actually almost threw up.
Oh God,
Did you see the clip of her talking about the uncircumcised penis and what happened with her?
I don't think I saw the clip.
Nothing against any uncircumcised penises, by the way. And she had nothing against it either, but she was talking about an experience. And she said that she like went home with this guy and she like went down to like, you know, give him head or whatever.
Yeah.
And she said like when she pulled back the skin, she said it looked like a cottage cheese farm.
Oh, he must not be like cleaning his dick.
I think it's something that they have to clean pretty consistently.
I've had experience with, you know, both, and I've never experienced a cottage cheese pullback. But yeah, I've heard that before.
You have? I haven't.
I think it's called smegma.
Yeah, that's what they're smegma. Yeah, schmegma.
Yeah, schmegma.
No, that's so funny. It's schmegma. That's what they were saying. No, I know. I was like actually watching the video and gagging. I need to find it. It was
That's
fucking
like worse
disgusting.
than the word discharge.
I know.
Yeah, so I think it's like male discharge for that situation. Schmegma.
If I pulled that back and I saw that, I would have been like,
No,
go
she did.
fucking shower.
Yeah.
I don't think she continued.
I'd have to go home. Call
No,
the Uber.
I would call 911.
I would just be like, I would throw up.
I was wasted. I'd puke on the deck.
Yes, that's what I was. I'd immediately be like,
same. But like that goes
Immediately.
for everyone. Like everyone has to be like, it's unfair to like anyone you're gonna hook up with. Like if you're not, like girls too. Like you have
Yeah.
to shower. You have to clean in between the folds. Girls and guys.
Get in the lips, girl.
Get in the lips. Sorry. I just had to
Well.
share.
well, yeah, on top of the random disgusting things you've added to this podcast.
Wait, what was your bathroom talk?
We were doing fun activities in the bathroom that were very girly squirrely. So.
Oh, love, love, love.
Yeah,
love.
Delaney was there too. I really appreciate my moment with the girls.
I love girly swirly moments.
Yes, we do. Girly swirlies.
All right.
Yeah.
On that note,
Buckle up.
Enjoy the ride.
and remember that.
Boys lie.
Boys lie. Boys lie.
Boys lie.
Boys lie.
Boys lie.
Them boys, they be lying.
Boys lie.